Do you ever wake up feeling hungover, but you don't actually drink? Yeah. So I'm just doing this video as a quick update to what's been happening. I'm going to go through a quick rundown of what I feel are kind of essential kitchen equipment when you're starting out as a home cook. I've been a little bit more quiet than usual on the channels. The reason being is that I'm putting a little bit more effort into the videos. And I'm currently working on my website. All my old recipes and my new recipes will be going up there as written recipes. And I'm currently working on the second installation to my global fried chicken series, which is going up tomorrow. But from next week, I should be uploading 5 times a week. So Monday to Friday, I'll be uploading and then taking the weekend off. So if you have any suggestions, if there's anything you want to see, anything you want me to try, send me a message, do all those good things. So I mostly wanted to do a video going through kind of a hypothetical of setting up your kitchen for the first time and what's really important. But to me, I'm going to start out with the most important thing, and without this, you really can't do anything in the kitchen, is get yourself a good chef's knife. Now, it doesn't have to break the bank by any stretch of the imagination. So you can get a decent knife for 20 to 30 euros, give or take a bit. And I can't stress enough how important it actually is to have a good chef's knife. So 1, for precision, but 2, there is also a safety aspect to it. With a dull knife, you're more likely to do damage to yourself. So from the knife, it leads me on to my second one, which is, for the love of God, get yourself a good chopping board. It doesn't have to be one of these big boys, one of these really, really thick ones, but get yourself either a wooden chopping board or a plastic chopping board. Plastic chopping boards especially can be very, very cheap. But if there's one takeaway from this, of the whole video, is if anybody ever gifts you a glass chopping board, simply tell them you cannot be friends anymore. That you have crossed the line and a bond is broken. Or just take it and put it into a cupboard and never speak to it again. Glass chopping boards will simply destroy your knife, and once again, safety-wise, you're running the risk of hurting yourself. I don't know why they're sold, I don't know how they're allowed to be sold, just stay away from them at all costs. Next, I would thoroughly advise either getting yourself a good spice grinder, you can get them on Amazon quite reasonably, or get yourself a good old-fashioned mortar and pestle. Personally, this is my favourite way of grinding up spices. I'm a big fan of the control that you have with it. But again, an electric spice grinder is very handy. Is get yourself something like this that you can put all of your utensils in. So when you're cooking in the kitchen, you've got a setup that you like. A very important aspect of cooking is being comfortable in your environment. And if you have all of your most important utensils in something like this, you know where it is, you can grab it quickly, and you know what's in there. As for what goes in there, it depends on kind of what you're cooking with. I always have like a big whisk, smaller whisks. I swear by these offset spatulas. They are a lifesaver. They can play the part of a fish slice. They're fantastic for decorating. They're fantastic for just lifting or flipping things. Get yourself a couple of cheap rubber spatulas, wooden spoons, things like that. And get yourself a good pair of tongs. Now, in kitchens, these are considered a chef's third hand. They become an extension of you. You use these for most things. Ordinarily, I would not advise getting a pair of tongs that have kind of a rubber or a plastic end to them. However, these ones I've had for 10 plus years and they still work perfectly. Now, I would always advise having a kind of a proper food processor or a blender or something like that. They can take up a lot of counter space. So get yourself a stick blender, otherwise known as immersion blender. These can do a serious amount of work when it comes to blending up soups, making sauces. You can make a damn good mayonnaise with something like this. And a lot of them nowadays will come with different attachments, chopping, dicing, things like that. And last on my list, and probably up there in importance level with our knife, get yourself a good pan. I'm using it every single day, multiple times a day. I would advise taking a bigger chunk of your budget and investing in pans. The main reason is that if you get cheaper pans, you will have to keep on replacing them. You get one of them, as long as you take care of them, they will last you a lifetime. Non-stick pans are a lot more readily available. I would love one of the Gordon Ramsay hex-clad ones, but on a monetary level, that's just not feasible. I have no problem shelling out 40, 50 quid on a good pan because I know that it will last and I know I'm going to take care of it. So that's my list. If there's anything I forgot, I will update it further down the line. If you have any recommendations or if there's anything I didn't mention that you think is essential in your kitchen, let me know and we'll have a chat about it. As I said, my next fried chicken video is coming up tomorrow and my website is on the horizon. Shouldn't be too much longer.